Good morning all. So in today's video we will discuss about previously asked questions from MPSC examination, and our focus will be on the subject structural analysis. Now first we will discuss about the questions asked in MPSC mains examination 2019. So this is the first question. So the question is maximum deflection of simply supported beam with total uniformly distributed load W is, and there are four different options. So basically this is the standard case simply supported beam subjected to UDEL on entire span, clear, and intensity of UDEL is, suppose this small w, that is UDEL intensity. So what given in the numerical, they have given that total UDL, that is capital W. So this total UDL load is nothing but capital W, and that is equal to intensity of UDL small w into L. So this point we have to remember. So this is the standard case. Maximum deflection will occur at its center and is given by the formula 5W L raised to 4 divided by 384 EI. So in this formula, so this W is nothing but the UDL intensity as per our standard case. But here, so they are given the total UDL load, that is capital W. So we have to replace UDL intensity into L. So this small WL with respect to capital W. So here we have to replace it. Now this will changes to capital W, and the formula will changes to 5U capital W, that is total UDL load, into L cube divided by 384 EL. So the option is option second is the correct answer. Okay, now we will see the next. A simply supported beam AB of span 10 meter carries a point load of 10 kilonewton at C such that AC is 3 meter, this AC is 3 meter, whereas BC is 7 meter, and at C there is a point load of 10 kilonewton. And what they have asked maximum deflection occurs whether at C, in between AC, at center of span, or in between BC. So if we draw the deflected shape of this simply supported beam for the given loading diagram, so this YC is nothing but the deflection under the point load, and this is the deflected shape of the beam, where we can easily see that so maximum deflection will be there in between BC portion. So this is the Y max, clear. So as when AC length is less than BC for a given point load, so deflection will occur in between maximum length. So maximum deflection will occur in between B and C. So option 4 is the correct answer, and this is asked in the recent examination. So next is maximum deflection of simply supported beam subjected to UDL W throughout the span L is. Now here they have given the UDL intensity, and previously they have given the total UDL load. So again this is the standard case, simply supported beam subjected to UDL on entire span. So the maximum deflection is given by 5W L raised to 4 divided by 384 EI. So the answer is option 4. This is standard case. Yeah. Next is a statically indeterminate structure is the one which, option A, cannot be analyzed at all. This is not correct one. We can analyze the structure by various means. Can be analyzed using equation of statics only. So this will be determinate structure. This is not the correct answer. We have to find out the indeterminate structure. Next they have given can be analyzed using equation of statics and compatibility equation. So the answer C is correct one, and can be analyzed using equation of compatibility. This is also not correct. So option 3 is the correct answer. Deflection at free end of cantilever cross section due to certain loading is 0.8 centimeter. If depth of section is doubled, keeping the width same, then deflection at free end due to the same loading will be option A 0.1 centimeter, 0.4 centimeter, 0.8 centimeter, 1.6 centimeter. So what they have given? So first they have given the cantilever beam subjected to supports, point load at free end, cross section is B by D, and the formula of deflection at free end is WL cube by 3 EI1. So as I1 is the cross section for that first case, and that cross section is B into D. So that deflection they have given as 0.8 centimeter. Now what they have done? So the depth of section they have doubled. So now cross section is B into 2D. Okay, loading is same. So deflection formula will somewhat modify. That will be WL cube by 3E into I2 because cross section is changed now. So that I2 is nothing but B into 2D cube by 12. Whereas in first case it will be BD cube by 12, rectangular cross section. So now in second case deflection is given by WL cube by 3E into, now that I2, put this value of I2 here, so B into 2D cube by 12. So if you simplify further, so what we get, so this term is nothing but WL cube divided by 3E BD cube by 12. This is nothing but the deflection for the cross section B into D. So this is YB1, and that value we are having, that value is given as 0.8 centimeter divided by this 2 cube, that will be 8. 0.8 by 8, that will be 0.1 centimeter. So the option 1 is the correct answer for this MCQ. Next MCQ is, what is the force in member AB of pin jointed frame as shown below? So pin jointed frame is as good as the truss, and we have to find out the member force in member AB. Now we know that, so at a joint when there are two members are connected and no any external load is acting, so member force in a given member will be directly 0. So if I consider the joint A, no external load is acting, so the member force in AB as well as AD is 0, and for they have asked for AB, so the answer is 0, option 4. A cantilever beam of span L is subjected to moment capital M at free end as shown in figure, and we have to find out the slope and deflection at free end. Means we have to find out theta B and we have to find out YB. So this is the standard case. Cantilever beam subjected to couple or moment at free end, and slope is given by ML divided by EI, whereas deflection is given by ML square by twice of EI. Now see the option for slope, ML by EI. Here it is ML by EI for the slope, and for deflection it is ML square by twice of EI. So option 1 is the answer. Standard case, standard formula for slope deflection. A parabolic 3-hinge arch ABC, it's supporting UDL of 500 Newton per meter or its entire span of 100 meter. At the center point B is vertically 25 meter high from support A and C. The reaction shall be, means, so they have given the loading for the 3-hinge parabolic arch, and we have to find out the reactions. So this is the loading they have given. So for this case, so the 3-hinge parabolic arch vertical reactions are find out using the beam reaction. Standard loading is there, UDL on entire span, so reaction will be WL by 2. So this will be 25,000 Newton. So that will be 25 kilonewton at each support. So for the horizontal reaction, consider the summation of moment at point P. So if you solve summation of moment at point B, so what we get, horizontal reaction, that will be again 25 kilonewton, means vertical and horizontal reactions are 25. So the answer is option So the answer is option 4 is the answer. Option 4 is the answer. For simply supported beam of span AB of span L with point load W at point C, Z meter from left support, ILD for bending moment at C is, means for simply supported beam we have to plot the ILD for certain section. So again this is the standard case, means the simply supported beam is there, simply supported beam, and the point C is there. So this distance is Z, total span is L, this will be L minus Z. Clear? So now we know that, so ILD for bending moment at certain section is the always triangle, and the ILD ordinate is given by, in this case it will be Z into L minus Z divided by L. So Z into L minus Z by L. So option B is the answer here. Okay. The answer is option 2. A degree of static indeterminacy of the frame shown is. Now they have given the rigid jointed frame. So for that frame we have to find out the DSI. Now, so this frame, it is having the internal hinge in it. So DSI is equal to R plus 3M minus 3J plus H plus R naught. This is the formula we are having for the hybrid structure, where R number of reactions at hinge 2, roller 1, 4 reactions, number of members 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members, number of joints are 6, and H will be 2. So H is nothing but the additional equation due to the internal hinge. So there are 2 hinges, that's why 2 equations we are having. Clear? So from this 25 minus 20, the answer is 5. Option 4 is the answer for this MCQ. Simply supported beam of span 10 meter, ILD is drawn for bending moment at a section 4 meter from left hand support. Maximum bending moment at a section due to the moving load of 160 kilonewton is equal to. So what they have given, a simply supported beam is there of span 10 meter and the section is given 4 meter from left support. At that section we have to plot the ILD for the bending moment. So this is the ILD for the bending moment, and this maximum ILD ordinate will be AB by L, where A is 4, B is 6, 4 into 6 by 10, so that will be 2.4. It is the ILD ordinate here. Now that 160 kilonewton point load is moving from A to B. Now when that bending moment will be maximum, when that point load is at that particular section 4 meter from A support, then that bending moment will be maximum. So maximum bending moment will be this ILD ordinate 2.4 into the point load 160. So that will be 384 kilonewton meter. So option 3 is the answer for this MCQ. The partial derivative of total internal energy in a beam with respect to the load applied at a point is equal to deflection at that point is the statement of. So this is the statement of strain energy Castigliano's second theorem for the deflection. Option 2 is the answer. Moment area, it is not the correct answer. Conjugate beam, it is not the correct option. Muller-Bruce, it is not the correct option. Castigliano's theorem, it deals with the strain energy method for the deflection. This is asked in November 2018. Force in member BC for the truss shown in figure is. Clear? Now the truss is given and we have to find out the force in member BC. So initially find out the reactions. So summation Fx, you will get HA then moment at point C, you will get VA. Then consider joint C separately and apply summation Fy equal to 0. So this angle is 60 degree. So the member force in BC, it will be 5 kilonewton tensile. Find out the reaction. Then consider joint C separately. Draw the FBD. Apply summation Fy equal to 0. You will get PBC. Option A is the answer. So again, this is the standard case. Fixed beam AB of span L. It's subjected to clockwise movement M at a distance A from end A. Fixed end moment at end A will be. So fixed beam is there. So moment at a distance small a from left support, and we have asked to find out the fixed end moment at A. Is given by M by L square in bracket L minus A in other bracket L minus 3A. So this is the standard case for fixed end moment that we have to remember. So the answer is option 1 is the answer. A beam of span L, it's fixed at one end and simply supported at other end, means this is the propped cantilever, carries UDL on entire span. The reaction R at simply supported end is, so this is the simply supported end, or it is also called as the propped end. So this is the standard case. Reaction at simply supported end is given by the standard formula 3/8 WL, and at fixed end reaction is given by 5/8 WL. So they have asked at the simply supported end, so the answer is 3/8 WL. So the option A, option 1 is the answer. So this is 1 here. A degree of static indeterminacy of rigid jointed plane frame having 15 members, 3 reactions and 14 joint is. So again for the DSI, this is for the rigid jointed frame. So the formula is R minus 3 plus 3M minus 3J minus 3. So put the corresponding value of M, R, J. So the answer is 6, and that will be option 3. Simple MCQ on DSI. A 3-inch parabolic arch. What will be the ratio of L by R to satisfy H is equal to W? Okay, so 3-inch parabolic arch is given, and they have given the central rise, that will be capital R. So this is the loading diagram. So point load, central point load is there. So vertical reaction will be W by 2, W by 2. And considering moment equation at a crown, this is the crown position. If you take the summation of moment at point B equal to 0, so what we get? So this H into R, anti-clockwise movement, that's why minus moment of this reaction W by 2 at B, it will be clockwise, so that's why W by 2 into L by 2 is equal to 0. So if you simplify, we get H into R is equal to WL by 4. But here what they have asked ratio of L by R when H is equal to W. So we have to find out the ratio of L by R. So if you simplify this, so what we get, L by R is equal to 4 into H by W. But since they have given H is equal to W, so this will be cancelled, and L by R, this ratio, it will be 4. That will be option 4. Thank you.